Yulan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and today it's time for another ship video for our new friends in this game. But before I talk about the Phindra, if you are not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be informed when a new video comes out or a live stream is coming up. I'm still suffering a bit from this accident, so the start of the live streams again will be shifted back a little bit, but I keep you informed when the next ones will be, and when you clicked all notifications, YouTube will also inform you when the next live stream is set up. But let's talk about the Phindra. It's one of the early ships, and we go out a little bit out of this because you see it's the fourth ship in this line. I can build another at the moment, but I don't need to, so I won't. But you need 30 blueprints to build it. The Phindra is another common ship. So in the very beginning of the video, the game, and it's a 2-star ship. So it will not be too difficult to get another or to build it. As you can see, my build time is 2 hours and 11 minutes, and it's 6,500 tritanium. But that's a lot in the beginning of the game when you start it. But the Phindra is still an important ship. First of all, it's an interceptor, and it already says strong against battleships. So you might remember my video on the combat triangle. That's where this always plays a role for your hostile hunting. So if you're out there with a Phindra and have some dailies, missions, whatever to hunt hostiles, remember to take on battleships if possible. But the Phindra also has a ship ability, and in this case it's one that fits completely in it because it's a battleship hunter. If the opponent's ship is a battleship, the Phindra increases its weapons damage by 10%, and that's the starting damage when you haven't leveled it up. So it's not only against hostiles, also against players, although on a level where you're around with the Phindra, if you're not one of those crazy PvP guys that don't want to do anything else, you will probably not fight other players too much. But still, it's even strengthening its ability as an interceptor against battleships, and that will make it easier to hunt hostiles, for example, if you take on battleships. But you will definitely ask how to get the blueprints in the first place when you're new to the game. First of all, we are still with ships that you definitely should build when you have the chance to. It's not always necessary to max them, depending on how fast you get the next one. So that will decide if you really have to max it or not. Keeping it later for scrapping, well, it's not bringing that much, but it's always an option. Nevertheless, I'm a ship collector, so I make sure I always have one of each in my list, but that's just a personal thing. But to get it in the first place, we have to completely get out of here and get to my station and get to my R&D facility, because all my research queues are full, so I have to take the way via the R&D department to go to research. And in my last video I had to go to station research, but in this case I have to go to combat research. And you see that you first need the grade 2 ship research, and then there is the unlock Phindra research. And this you need to research, and then you will get the blueprints you need. And for this I always have to have a quick look on my list all the time, because I cannot remember all those PvE systems, so where you fight hostiles for every ship. For the Phindra, if you want additional blueprints to the ones you get from this research, you can hunt in level 12 to 19 systems, and those are the ones closer to faction space. And so let's quickly go out of here. It's a bit slow at the moment. I'm still parked in territory because we have a defense today, but tonight we're gonna move to our incursion hive. When I'm filming this video, from the point of view when I'm filming, tomorrow for me is incursion, And for incursion, we always move into an incursion hive to make sure that none of our members is in a system where they can't shield during incursion. And also, in case one of our people is very typical again and forgets to shield in between, we still have the chance to defend them, and defend them with a lot of ships. So that's why we always move into an incursion hive in a level 19 or under system, and move the whole alliance there to bring them a little bit more safety. And guys, don't take it bad, I'm talking to my alliance in this case, but if people are dumb enough to forget their shields again, we still might have the chance to do something against it. It always depends what the other server is we're fighting, how many whales they have, and so on. But in many cases, we could stop defenses because stop raids, because when they get hit too often, it's fun for a certain amount of time, but at some point it's just getting annoying if you try to raid someone and 100 ships is coming against you. Nevertheless, this is also the same area where you, for example, can grind Phindra blueprints, and that's how I got to those systems in the first place. And if you want some more blueprints, as you saw, I've got another 80 blueprints from grinding for some events or missions there, although I don't need that ship anymore. Nevertheless, there are these two ways. First, the research to get it in the first place, and later you can get it again by grinding in those systems. And of course, there's always some nice additional information, for example, about new events or missions, or like the field training that came after I was on those levels, even on this server, and this is my third server. And so you might have encountered some things I haven't encountered because I was too high level when they introduced that. So it was quite helpful to hear some opinions for other low-level ships under videos I did. And so if you have something to add to the Phindra, please do in the comments. And if you just want to ask questions or have video requests, please write it in the comments as well. You know that I'm looking into there regularly, and I try to answer questions and to fulfill your video requests. And if you just want to say hi and where you're from, you know that I'm curious enough to know what cities or areas my viewers are coming from, despite the analytics in YouTube, then please, that's a nice addition in the comments for me as well. And if you want to see another video now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.